Hi everyone, and welcome to our on-demand webinar. Today we'll be talking about our sorting game, a digital tool built to help combat contamination and wish cycling. My name is Tim Adkins. I've been a consultant with ReCollects Systems since 2014. Prior to that, I worked for a few years in various capacities with social enterprises concerned with recycling. And since then, I've been fortunate enough to spend some time with municipalities, counties, and regional bodies, really learning the challenges that they're facing in this always evolving industry. A bit about ReCollect. We are a technology company, and we combine that with deep expertise in solid waste on the one hand and public policy on the other. What we do is build digital communication tools that help properly educate on how to recycle right. Every solid waste professional is essentially waging war on the common enemies of chaos and confusion. And recycling can be confusing. The problem is that people often don't know how to correctly recycle, even when they think that they do. Their knowledge is out of date, or they're just guessing. At the end of the day, unfortunately, as we know, recycling isn't at the forefront of everyone's mind, and there's limited feedback or opportunities to provide feedback when people get it wrong. But they probably mean to do well, to recycle right and to do the right thing. They just don't have the means to easily access updated information when needed. Educators have a tough enough go of it already, keeping up with the endlessly evolving requirements of end markets. Traditionally, we're stuck with costly and ineffective static tools that do nothing to challenge assumptions. If we don't adapt to using new digital communication channels now available, then people will continue to act on wrong information or will continue to wish cycle. What's even worse is that the next generation is also learning incorrect recycling habits, and so the cycle continues. To complete the work of changing resident behavior, we have to provide feedback to existing habits, as well as easy access for those actively searching information. So what do we know about these challenges? One thing that is certain is that going out into the community is a time-consuming and therefore expensive way to get the word out. And even if we can afford to do that, how do we make sure that that knowledge sticks? Even then, how do we scale those efforts so that they have impact over both time as well as distance? Your brand is a powerful tool, because it forms the basis of reliable messaging. People trust the brands they know, especially the local sources, and they will listen and act accordingly. To change behavior, you need to be the trusted source of information, and there should be no doubt in people's minds where the information is coming from, or how credible or applicable it is. We can have an even greater impact when our educational efforts persist month after month, year in and year out. What is the cost of people incorrectly assuming which bin an item is placed in? Assumptions are inevitable, but we do well to examine what they can mean for us in waste diversion, because assumptions that go unchallenged are threatening the very viability of recycling programs in some places. If we assume that all these people, all these stakeholders, even those who are most highly motivated, have the correct knowledge, then we're missing out on the opportunity for greater levels of success. We observe two trends that have become apparent in recent years. First, most people, given the opportunity, would prefer to serve themselves online. It's faster and you can do it any time. You don't have to wait for the office to open or for your lunch break to come around and so on. And secondly, active online learning is gradually replacing more traditional modes. Again, it's a matter of convenience, but also because active learning by definition is more engaging, and the knowledge or skills gained are therefore more likely to stick. And this is why we created the sorting game. You'll notice our customer's brand is foremost, not just the name and the rules, but even the look of the game is distinctive to the organization. Unlike in real life, if I make a bad choice, I get to try again. The sole focus of this tool is to raise awareness about correct recycling, but doing so in a way that is going to be fun. And the flip side of digital is that we can gain tremendous insights through the aggregate usage of tools such as this. Good data makes us smarter and helps everyone make better decisions. It means that we can build well-informed educational campaigns. It means that we can understand how people's knowledge changes over time. And it means that we can respond to all of this accordingly. Wouldn't it be great to know exactly what people are getting wrong while also gently letting them know about it? Also, how often and by how much? How much more impactful could your communications be if they were informed by all of this? How does it all stack up? We can certainly have a go at measuring the cost of staff time dedicated to community outreach, but we need a fuller picture when we consider the opportunity cost of better outcomes when it comes to wish cycling, or the opportunity cost from either bolstering confidence and/or gently guiding behavior back in the intended direction every single time somebody plays the game. Creating a digital culture in your organization means building a culture that is informed by data and that engages people. People care about doing the right thing, about recycling right. So we need to find new ways to tackle the mostly hidden but pervasive problem of confusion and the contamination that results. So let's make it fun and let's make it easier, because we learn best when learning feels like fun. Thank you everyone for taking the time to learn more about our sorting game and how we can better communicate with people by using digital solutions. If you're interested in learning more about the work we're doing in this space, I'd love to chat with you and tell you more. You can schedule a call with us through our Let's Chat feature on our webpage. Thanks again for joining me, and we hope to hear from you soon.